Hi Taurus, here is your career reading. It is something new that I've decided to give a go. Not everybody is always interested in love and relationships. It is a horseshoe spread, and each position obviously has its own meaning. You may like the career reading, you may not. If you wish to give me some feedback, that would be great, okay? It may be something that I continue to do in the future. I just need to see really whether it's something you're interested in hearing on a monthly basis. Now, in the middle here, we've got the signifier card. And you've got the Six of Wands, which it is a positive card. But the Six of Wands, it does talk about how there has been or there's going to be some challenges or obstacles to overcome. This man has been on a battle, presumably, or in a battle. And he's come back, and he's come back victorious. So he does get crowned here. And as I said, it talks about success. The fact that he's managed to overcome these challenges and these obstacles, okay? Now, in the position of the past, we've got the Seven of Swords here, which is not a very nice energy. The Seven of Swords, it talks about somebody who thinks they've got away with something. Now, it could be any number of things, okay? For some of you, you're obviously going to be employed. For some of you, you may have your own business. But this talks about how there's somebody within your environment, wherever you work, that has done something very sneakily. And they do feel that they've got away with it, that you can see they're almost sneaking off very quietly. But in the background, you've got these group of soldiers, and one of them is holding this sword or wand up to signify that this man has been caught out. So somebody in the past, the near past, has certainly done something, has crushed you or taken something from you and feels that they've got away with it. Now, in the present situation, we've got the Six of Pentacles reversed. This card, it can talk about how you may have, as example, loaned money to somebody, maybe in the work environment, again, if you're self-employed, whatever. Because it can talk about giving money and the other person not repaying that debt, not honouring that debt to you. This is definitely linked to this Seven of Swords. Somebody has taken something from you, be it your company, be it finances. It could even be an idea that you had within the workplace that could have led to promotion, any number of things. But whatever it is, they think they've got away with it, and they're not behaving in an honourable way here. And if it is money that you've loaned to somebody, then the likelihood is of you not seeing a return on that. Now, up here in the pros position, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles, it talks about not being focused anymore on something, okay? Now, it could very well be that this is in connection to this theft or whatever this person has done. And you may very well think, that it's not worth any more of your time and effort in trying to resolve that situation or trying to get back what is rightfully yours. This card, though, can also talk about, it can talk about an impatience here. It can talk about how you may very well be working very hard on something, and that's a positive thing. But you may only be working for the money. It may not be bringing you any real job satisfaction here. So yes, you may be bringing the money in, and you may be bringing good money in, but it may feel that you are working solely for the money. Now, in the negative situation, we can see with the Magician here that you're trying to manifest something, okay? You may be wanting to start something new here, but you're fearing that you don't have all the tools in front of you or all the ingredients to be able to get this off the ground. It is a major arcana, the Magician, and obviously, as you can see, it is reversed. You need to turn this card the other way up. You need to start to have faith in yourself. If you do feel that you are in a job where you are only working for the money, you may very well want to start your own business or go and seek employment somewhere else. But again, you may feel that you're lacking. But I think it's probably more of a fear. And the career reading I just did for Aries, they had exactly the same card in the same position. Now, again, it may very well be in connection with this Seven of Swords. That, you know, that maybe you're trying to overcome that situation or deal with that situation, or get back money that's owed to you. And again, you may not feel that you have all the tools at your disposal to be able to deal with that situation. Sorry, Taurus, I needed to pause very briefly. But the thing you've got to remember here, that although there are some challenges and battles and obstacles, you've got that Six of Wands there, which talks about you being victorious. Now, in the position of the house, the influence of others, we've got the World card here. Now, this talks about an end of a chapter. It talks about closing the door on one chapter in order for a new chapter to open up. It is number 21 in the Major Arcana, and it's the last card in the Major Arcana. And it's a very karmic type of card. And it very much talks about how when you've learned everything and you've experienced everything you need to, you're then able to move on and start the next chapter. This could be signaling the end of whatever this deceit is here with this Seven of Swords. It could be that that chapter is now going to close. It could be that you are closing one whole chapter on your career now in order to start something brand new. But most definitely, one door is closing and a new door is going to open up for you. Now, in the position of action, the best path to follow. We've got the Hangman here. It is upright and it is a major arcana. It's number 12 in the major arcana. And the Hangman, it talks about literally hanging around. It talks about being in limbo. And it can talk how you may literally be waiting for a major decision to the outcome of something. Because we can see a door closing here. And that door closing, you know, is going to bring you, I feel, the answer to whatever this decision is that you have to make here. The light around the head, it's like you're trying to gain some fresh perspective here, or you're waiting for that epiphany. You're kind of hanging around in limbo before you make your next move, because you need to gain some clarity. Now, in the position of the outcome here, we do have the Emperor, which is number 4 in the major arcana. Now, the Emperor is the card for yourself, Taurus, as well as Aries. And it is reversed. It can talk about how there may be this feeling where you may feel that you've lost power in regards to something. The Emperor is a person of rulership, logic, willpower, great strength. When he's reversed, it can talk about lacking in some willpower, lacking in strength here. Maybe feeling as though you're not the one in control. This end of a chapter here, or this door closing, may very well be something that's forced upon you. It could be redundancy or retirement. It's very possible that this is something that, as I said, is out of your control. And it's going to leave you feeling like you're in limbo here. And it's going to feel like, as I said, in some respects, you've lost power here. You may be at a stage where you really don't know what direction you're going to go in. Now, I clarified that Emperor card, and we got the Ace of Swords here. Now, the Ace always talks of a new beginning, but it is reversed here. And the Swords is all to do with our thoughts and our thinking. So we see here that, you know, you've got a lack of clarity. There's no understanding, or there's a lack of understanding. It's like there's this fogginess at the moment, and you don't really know what direction you want to go in. Now, I'm going to clarify this Ace of Swords, okay? Give me further clarification on this Ace of Swords. Further messages for Taurus in their career. Give me further messages for Taurus in their career. Further clarification. Right, the card that wanted to pop out here is the Four of Pentacles. Now, this can talk about holding on tightly to something, okay? It could be that you're wanting to hold on tightly to finances. But what it can talk about is it can talk about the fear of taking a risk. The thing is, there's been some form of dishonesty dishonesty or deceit around you when it comes to your work. We've got a situation here where you may have loaned money to somebody, or you've done something maybe to help somebody, but you're not getting back. They're not going to honour that debt or repay it. It could even be that if we're looking at in terms of, say, a pay rise or a promotion, that you're not going to get that with that Six of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, it sees you feeling that you're working solely for the money there. Maybe no job satisfaction at all. The Magician, we see that you're wanting to start something new, but there's a fear there. There's a fear that you don't have what is required to be able to manifest that new beginning. Now we see the World card, which, as I said, it can be a very fated energy, that World card. It's like something's going to step in and it's going to close this chapter for you. And it's going to leave you maybe like that Hangman, where you're going to feel in limbo. You're going to need to gain a fresh perspective here on where you're going to go, what your next move is going to be. We can see with the Emperor that you're going to be out of sorts. You're not going to feel as though you're in control for a little while. And we can see that there's a lack of clarity here in regards to what direction you need to go. With that Four of Pentacles, I definitely feel there's going to be some offers or opportunities coming your way. But it may mean you taking a risk. It may mean you taking a financial risk. It may mean that you're having to take a risk in terms of relocation, taking a risk in terms of doing a particular job that you've never done before. Whatever this is talking about though, and whatever challenges are on the horizon for you, you've got to remember that you've got that Six of Wands card, which talks about a job well done. It talks about you being victorious. It talks about you overcoming this situation. So if some new opportunities come your way, yes, it can be unnerving and quite scary to start something new. But you can never move forward unless you take a risk. As long as it's a calculated risk, you'll never ever be able to move forward. So I see big change for you on the work front, Taurus, and I see new opportunities here. Yes, there may be some obstacles to overcome, but it's going to work out in your favour. And there's definitely going to be some new opportunities on the horizon for you. So that does conclude this reading. I do hope you've enjoyed this career reading. If you have, then give me the thumbs up. If you haven't, by all means leave a comment. You know, whatever you choose to do. As I said, I am planning on making these a regular feature, but only if people are really interested in hearing them. So thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.